This bird has been adopted. We have a waiting list. If any of you are interested in adopting a bird, you don't get to take it home. What you do get, they don't make good pets. Chickadee hits your window, you might get up close and personal with a bird. This is a completely different situation. It's an amazing experience. I've been working here for 11 years. I am still not tired of it. It is new every single day. So Diane has adopted this bird. She's gonna come up here, hold it. We'll take her pictures, we'll do all that kind of stuff, and then she's gonna let him go. Okay. So you're gonna hold him like that. Yes. I don't want him to bite me.
So I use 2 fingers and
I'll help you.
Okay.
Okay. 1783. Can you all see the band right here? Yeah. Mm-hmm. We just put that on him. 49595.
Let me call it back just to make sure. 1783 49595.
That's correct.
So
So
see
see
the
how
back
I have
of it
2
again?
fingers right here?
Okay.
And I come around. Yep, just like that. Now I'm gonna protect your hand with my hand.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
Look at how far he can reach. You see how low I'm holding him?
I don't know about this
I'm
one.
gonna protect Diane with my own life. So curl those 2 fingers in. Keep these 2 out.
Okay.
Your fingers around.
He's twisting.
Watch him bite and twist. You got him?
Yes, I do. And he has you too.
I don't like it when they're in the cuticle because that hurts even worse. Let go.
Is he holding on?
There we go. It's okay. I'm all right.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
So if you want to touch him and you don't want to get bitten, you can touch him right down here. Yeah, low. So tell us, what do you think?
Oh,
This
I
is
love
your
this.
first kestrel, right?
This is my first kestrel. This is my 4th bird.
And what other birds
I
have
adopted
you?
3 last year. A sharpshin, a red tail, and a goshawk. The big one. Yes. You're gorgeous.
Does anybody have questions about American kestrel? This too is that they can see UV. Now that is very helpful to them because the urine of their prey glows UV, and since they can see that, all they have to do when they're going over a field or hovering is look for that trail, because mice use the same trails over and over and over. It's very helpful for them. Then they know where to look for their prey. So that ability to see UV is very helpful for when they're hunting. Back into the wild. So you're going to hold your hand up like this and you're going to give it a toss up into the air. We're going to count for her, okay? Is everybody ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yay! All right, great. Thank you, everybody.
Well, welcome to Hawk Ridge. We're glad we could have some hawks to show you. Does anybody know what kind of hawks these are? They're both the same kind, even though they look very different. Sharpies. Sharpies. They're sharp-shinned hawks. They're the smallest member of the accipiter family. They're the woodland hawks that fly through the forest, catching small birds as prey. In order to get through the forested areas, they have relatively short, rounded wings. They are not real long. They have to be able to maneuver them in between the branches and things as they hunt down their prey. They also have, relative to their wings, they also have very long tails. And these tails they use as a rudder, like on an airplane for steering. So they're very maneuverable. Raptors have this great adaptation in their eyesight. They have excellent eyesight. They can see 8 times better than we can. They've got these really big eyes. There's something unique about their eyes that's different than people. We can make our eyes go up and down in the sockets. Sideways, they cannot do that. They are solid in their socket. They cannot move them sideways or up and down. So instead, oh, we have another one. Cool. Instead, they have 14 vertebrae in their necks. instead of our 7. That means that their necks are very agile. They can do really amazing things with their heads. They cannot go 360 around, but they can almost. They can almost. It's not just owls. So when they get their eyes on their prey, they just keep their eyes on their prey. They don't move their head, they don't move their eyeballs, they move their bodies. And that's why they need the short wings, the long tail. They need really super great agility in order to get through the branches on the trees so they can catch their prey. We have 2 second-year birds and 1 immature. We know this but for a couple reasons. The eyes on the immature are a bright yellow. The eyes on the second-year birds are orangish. And on a 3rd year or after 2nd year bird, as they get older, those eyes are going to turn a dark, dark red, like a brick red, a really beautiful red. The other difference is the streaking on the immature is vertical, and it's a light, it's a brownish color. The barring on the adults here is horizontal, and it's more of a cinnamon. It gets to have a little bit more red in it. And if we turn them all around, the back of the older birds is a grayish black. So as they grow, they change. They're all full grown though. They're not going to get any bigger. The one in the middle is a male, and the males are smaller than the females. Wow. The only reason a raptor will come out of the sky during its migrating time is for food. And so they see these lures and they think it's a free lunch, which we know there is no such thing. And they come down and they're caught in these fine, flimsy nets called mist nets. And the banders will run out and get them out of the net quickly. And they determine what kind of bird it is. They determine how old it is. All these different things, and they mark all that down. It's research, it's science. And so they keep track of a lot of things. They'll measure the wing length. Sorry. They'll look at how much fat a bird has on it. Security number. And if I can get there we go. And they band it. Looks like a tiny little chicken leg, doesn't it? The band is never going to get too small because these are all fully grown birds. If the bird is ever caught again, they'll be able to look at that band number, or if they find the band, they'll be able to look at that band number and know that it was banded here. They'll get back to the person that originally banded it. They'll know it was banded here. They'll know when. They'll know some things about this bird. So if a bird gets caught in New Mexico that was banded here, they'll know that that's part of its range. They might know how old the birds get. They banded a sharp-shin hawk here, and it was recaught 12 years later. And so they know that sharpshins can live at least 12 years. The mist netting is going on a little bit farther away. They do have one set up back there for songbirds. So if you see that one's for chickadees and sparrows and such. Anybody else? Yeah.
Can they see equally as well at night as they can during the day?
I don't think so. Seth, or either of you think? Do you know? Can they see
eyesight.
equally as well at night as they can during the day?
Not diurnal birds of prey or daytime birds of prey.
Daytime birds of prey, not so much. And owls, who are also birds of prey, have a different thing going on with their eyes, and they can see very well at
So it
night.
might be an owl that caught something in my yard.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Possibly. Hard to know. Anybody else? Hawk Ridge here does a lot of great research, as I told you about, and a lot of great education. We have a 5th grade class up there right now, and we have all you wonderful people here. One of the ways that we can fund this as a private, non-profit organization is through donations. And for donations, often you have the chance to hold and release a bird. $25. Sometimes we can put them to sleep. And for that donation, you get to hold the bird, you get to release the bird. We take pictures of you with the bird and releasing it, and we send you a packet in the mail after a while.
Thank you so much.
You know, if
It's gorgeous. It's the other adult and it's a female. This one's awful. That's, but he's got the horizontal, that's right. Or I mean the vertical. And he's a male.
1, 2, 3.
That's twice as small.
Okay? So you'll get this Okay.
I guess side here.
Is that so can we claim it on our taxes?
Yes.
Can I get for my quote?
we're going to count to 3 and you're going to pop it in the air.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Ready?
You know, when you release them, they're all alone. What do they do? Do they join up?
They're always all alone.
Talk about growth. And for birds, when they leave the nest, and by that I mean 6 weeks, they're full grown. They're not going to get any bigger. They have to be able to fly. So they have to have all of their flight feathers. If they were to continue growing over the next year or two, their feathers would no longer be adequate. They would be too small for their body. So they have to be full grown before they are able to fly. And that is true for hummingbirds, and it is true for bald eagles. Bald eagles are full grown when they leave the nest at between 8 to 10 weeks of age. One of the cool things about raptors is that they have this really cool ability to lock on. Now watch as I move this bird's body.
The little ones will do it too.
Sorry. You can understand, you know, they have to catch their own prey. You can understand why and how that would be very useful for them.
He sees his prey right there.
I think I told you earlier that we did see a peregrine falcon fly over here, and it had a sharp-shinned hawk that it had killed and was gonna... One peregrine falcon. Good question.
What kind of
Over here we have an accipiter.
Oh, immature.
We have an accipiter, that's a sharp-shinned hawk, okay? They have short rounded wings and they have a long tail. This is a bootios. Red-tailed hawks are bootios, and they have big, long, broad wings for soaring. That's how you'll see them migrating through here, just soaring, using all of the lift that's created by this nice, warm, sunny day. And pretty soon they'll be so high that you can't even see them with your naked eye. Yesterday we had 13,000 birds. Ask me how many I saw.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it was really tough to see them. Now the bootios do not have a really long tail, you know, compared to the length of their wings. However, in red-tailed hawks and broad-winged hawks also, you can't tell the difference just by looking at them or by measuring them. In fact, I knew a falconer who had a really, really, really small red tail, and he thought for sure that it was a male until it laid an egg. And then he named it Chicken.